Is an unscheduled stream, so not sure if anyone's going to come to it live, but you all can watch it later. I did want to, I don't want to take off that overlay. Obviously, I always shill for my Patreon, but I don't want that on the screen the whole time. And I haven't used the studio version of this for a while. So how do I take that off? I might not be able to. Brand settings. Oh my God. Well, it's going to stay there because, captions. Here we go. How do I turn it off? Hide. Yay! I figured it out. Okay. But yeah, do support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Pink Flame of Liberty. I truly appreciate it. But I wanted to let you guys know. Let me turn this heater off. Yes. Even though I'm a Colorado girl now, I like it like a greenhouse in here. That's how I bloom. Wayne walks in here and he's like, oh my God, it's so humid and hot. I love it. It's not even cold out. It's normal, but I always have the heater on, which drives our electricity bill up. But today I spent distributing. Where'd I put all my literature? Today I spent all day distributing my campaign literature, and I'm going to be doing that tomorrow and Monday as well. As you all know, I'm running for Castle Rock and Town Council. Oh, and let me put up the chat because this whole purpose is to talk to you guys if you have something to say. So that's going to be taking up my days. Tomorrow night is an LNC meeting. I might do a quick stream. And hola, ¿cómo estás, Nathan? I might do a quick stream tomorrow to remind you all to come to the LNC meeting. But I'm really knee deep in my campaign, and that's what I'm going to be spending most of my time doing. So there probably will not be a stream tomorrow. There might be on House of the Dragon, but I don't know. But there is an LNC meeting. I'm excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Pardon me, I kicked up some dust or something right up my nose. Next week is a really crazy week because if you happen to be in the Maryland area, I am one of the speakers at Liberty Speaks 2 on this upcoming weekend, so a week from today. So I will not be in town. It'll be like when I was traveling before. I don't do regular like content streams. I sometimes will do a special stream on whatever I'm doing that weekend. But if you're in Maryland, come check out the tickets. I should have had the link with me to the website, but it's on my social media. Come hear the wonderful speakers at Liberty Speaks 2 and also me. I don't count myself necessarily as one of the wonderful speakers. I'm so used to hearing myself talk, but I will not be streaming most likely next weekend. And this upcoming week's going to be really, really busy. I am also, and hello, Ronwell. I am also, as you guys know from the LNC list, working with some people in New Mexico who are looking to affiliate. So that's what's taking my time between party duties, my job, writing a speech for Maryland. It's almost written. I got to put the finishing touches on it and working on my campaign. It's going to be a very thin streaming week. Today, when I was doing the door hangers, it started pouring in the middle of me walking the neighborhood. And you know what? My happy tail kept out there. I got soaking absolutely wet, but I had very little time and I had a goal today and I needed to get those door literature out. So your girl kept going in the rain. Okay. And my hair runs in the rain. Let's just leave it at that. The dye is not completely color fast. So that's why my bathroom is ruined. Wayne doesn't want to renovate the bathroom until I'm done dyeing my hair pink, which will never probably happen because it's now my branding, because pink stain is just everywhere. I told them we need to put a utility sink in the laundry room and I'll just wash my hair there because utility sink's meant to get all nasty. And that way we can renovate our bathroom because I got this clawfoot tub I want to put in there. But anyway, I know this is going off on a rant, but this is kind of a ranty, just general chat. I didn't want you all to wonder what was going on next week. But most importantly, because right now, actually, my most popular show consistently is the LNC update shows, which are on Friday night. There will not be an LNC update this upcoming Friday because I will be in the air. I'll be flying to Maryland. So rather than trying to catch up with it on Monday, the following Friday will just be like a double dose. We'll cover everything that went on in 2 weeks that Friday. So that's one thing I wanted to let you know. I am going to try to do a history show though next week, and that might be it. We shall see, but I wanted to let you know why I'm going to be a bit scarce, and I do feel I owe that explanation to my patrons, though I might be doing some patron only content on, where's the book? The Problem of Political Authority. I probably should record that tonight because I do have a chapter finished. And also, I've got this stack of postcards to send out. These are to the libertarians in my district. They're each getting a handwritten note from me, again, asking for their vote, for the people I didn't get to talk to at the door, saying sorry I missed them, and to ask people to consider putting out a yard sign. So this is quite a bit of work I need to do as well. So I hope you guys will be understanding and that I'll see you at the LNC meeting tomorrow. I'm giving this a few minutes just to see if there's any other questions or comments. Otherwise, this was just a quick stream. Something just flashed across my screen. I need to check, make sure it's nothing urgent. Doesn't look like it. Okay, got it. I didn't understand what that email meant for a second. I got confused. All right, I think that is it. If there are no questions from anybody. And yeah, I know I keep saying I think that's it. I'm kind of stalling just to make sure that nobody has anything. All right, I am going to get going. I will. Any follow-up on the IS committee? Did Angela, when did Angela say she was going to post the partial list? I hope you understand she's been kind of knee deep in this Twitter thing. I think that is really taking up all her time right now. But if nothing gets posted to the list tomorrow, maybe if you could come to the LNC meeting, if there's nothing tomorrow, and ask in public comments, I'm sure she'll let you know. But yeah, she's been super, super busy dealing with the Twitter issue. So I expect that's probably why she hasn't posted, because it's been going a bit nutty and she's been super busy. But we do have an LNC meeting tomorrow, so that would be a perfect opportunity to ask her. All right, everyone. I know what else I wanted to say. I normally I do it occasionally. So I know some people can go, oh, that's not true. You do it all the time. I actually don't do it all the time. I do it occasionally, and I'm going to do it again. There are people I don't particularly care to read on, hey, Woody, how you doing? Oh, wow. We met back in 2016. I was a brand new baby libertarian then. So something I don't, let me back up. I went off I got distracted. I firmly believe in curating your social media life. I don't believe there's any honor in keeping yourself surrounded by people who hate you and constantly say shitty things about you. So my block list is healthy. Okay, let's just put it that way. And unless people send me things, which I really generally don't care. And unless it's a threat or something, then I want to know about it. But generally, I don't care what people are saying. But every once in a while, there's a piece of misinformation that's going around by somebody that I don't really care to interact with, that's important to correct. Now, this particular piece of misinformation, I don't think is malicious. I think this particular person misunderstood me. Um, I get it. I ramble on. My streams, it's easy to start daydreaming about something else because I do go off on rabbit trails. But apparently, someone got super confused about the state of the Virginia affiliate and said that I said on my live stream last night that I said there was no affiliate in Virginia. I don't know how they got confused, but I've never said that. I've been very, very consistent. There is a Virginia affiliate. It's the same Virginia affiliate that has existed since the 1970s. I've done like 2 hours of streaming on this. I really don't see how anyone could be confused, but apparently at least one person is confused. So I am glad to clear that up. No, the Virginia party is not reconstituting because it's not unconstituted. They are having a special convention to fill vacancies in the board, from what I understand. And that is it. It's the same Virginia affiliate that has always existed. The actions, in my opinion, because I'm not a lawyer, um, of the past board were illegal. However, it doesn't matter for the LNC's purposes. Incorporation is something entirely separate from affiliation with the national party. A board cannot effectively amend the Constitution by taking away members' rights to vote for a disaffiliation or dissolution by incorporating. That has to be approved by the convention. However, additional information has come out that it was never validly incorporated to begin with. So the point of whether or not the incorporation was illegal or invalid becomes even more completely irrelevant because the board at the time of incorporation, which is in 2015, never voted to incorporate. This was never an official action in Virginia. This was something Jim Lark did without a vote. Now, the board was aware he was going to go do it, but they never officially authorized it by a vote. And the express purpose of incorporation was simply to protect the party name because there were Republicans. Have you heard of the Tidewater Libertarian Party in Virginia? Because there were Republicans posing as libertarians and trying to form affiliates. The only purpose of the incorporation was to protect the name. They never acted as a corporation. They never held themselves out as a corporation, and there never was a vote to incorporate. So whether or not the dissolution was invalid becomes increasingly irrelevant because the incorporation wasn't valid. So yes, there is still a Virginia affiliate. Now, with New Mexico, we are the public motion. There are things I can't discuss publicly because they're legal issues. But what has been discussed publicly is that the LNC has instructed the executive committee to get with legal counsel and pursue our trademark on the name. So no, there can't be two parties that are official parties with the same name. There is precedent in Oregon where you can have a party and a PAC with the same name. So I expect, though I don't know what decisions are going to make at an organizing convention, that the New Mexico group will at first be a PAC until we get the legal issues resolved. I am confident we will win a trademark lawsuit, and that's how that's going to get resolved if it ends up having to go to lawsuit. Rumor is, I don't know if it's true or not, it's a rumor. I think it's credible, but it's rumor, is that the former affiliate is thinking of becoming a Keystone affiliate. And if so, they'll just change their name to that. It will all be a moot issue. They retain their ballot access, whether or not whatchamacallit, whether or not they have the same name or not, because ballot access goes with that group. We are going to have to petition for ballot access again, but it's not that difficult in New Mexico. So it's a pain in the butt, but that's about it. It's not anything seriously tragic. So that's what's going on. We are exploring our rights under trademark, and me personally, and confident we are going to win that, and it's good. And if the Lucchini group fights it, it's going to end up costing them money. I do not know if in federal trademark case you can recover your attorney's fees, but if you can, we'll go after them for attorney's fees. So again, I don't know if that's possible. I don't work in trademark law, and again, I'm not an attorney. But if I were them, I would just change my name now, because you're not going to win this fight. You're just not. And I know there's a tendency in the LP for people to become instant experts in whatever the controversy of the day is. And there's certain people who don't work in law whatsoever, never mind not being attorneys. I'm not an attorney, but at least I'm a paralegal, but I'm not an attorney. But there's people who've never worked a day in a law office in their life that all of a sudden are like experts on trademark law, saying that we're not going to be able to win this. Okay, think what you want. Do you feel lucky? I am very confident we're going to win this, but I could be wrong. But we shall see. That's the path forward for New Mexico. But for Virginia, nothing has changed. It's the same affiliate we've always had that has some vacancies on their board. That and some issues they need to probably fix with their constitution and bylaws. I expect they'll be calling a special convention to do that in the near future. But that's Virginia's business, and I know they internally are having to deal with how they're going to try to get their bank accounts back, because what Holly Ward did was fraud, in my opinion. But that's their business. The LNC is not getting involved in that. Ronwell asked, are we going to get the same type of exposure about the Twitter hacking as we got about the last leadership group? I'm not sure what that means. I don't know who you mean. I talked about the Twitter thing the other night. There's an internal investigation going on with that. So there's very little I can discuss except to say that we're handling it. And if anyone tells you it happened because we didn't have two-factor authentication, they have no idea what they're talking about. Nathan, they exist as a separate org. Actually, they do and they don't. They're an affiliate. They were an affiliate of a national organization in which they were granted rights to the name by virtue of their affiliation. Now that they're not an affiliate anymore, they have no rights to the name. It's as simple as that. I know some people will argue, but you didn't file your trademark paperwork, you meaning the National Party, until I think it was 2000. Doesn't matter. When people say things like that, they do not understand trademark or copyright law. For instance, if I wrote a book tomorrow and I wanted to copyright it, I don't have to file anything with the federal government. The copyright exists from the moment you write it, basically. But in order to sue for copyright, which I personally don't believe in copyright, but I'm just saying in general, in order to sue for copyright, you do have to register your copyright. So the fact that we didn't register our trademark in 2000 doesn't matter. We can prove we were actively using it since 1971. The registration of it allowed us to protect it in court. We were using it prior to any affiliate, except possibly one. And I think I'm mistaken on that. I think we were using it before then, but we were definitely using it before New Mexico. New Mexico became an affiliate November 25th, 1972. We were using it as a trademark, as our name. It wasn't officially filed as a trademark since January of 1972. And when you file a trademark, there is a public period in which entities who are going to dispute your trademark have to challenge it. This was done 22 years ago, and it wasn't challenged. The New Mexico and any other affiliate stayed in the national party when the bylaws made it clear that the only reason that affiliates have a derivative claim to the name, derivative of their affiliation with the national party. So again, absolutely confident. And while we do not have a copy, though I wouldn't be surprised if it turns up in the historical record somewhere, though at this time, we do not have a copy of the petition for affiliation of New Mexico, though we do know what date it was approved. We do have a copy of the form that was approved by the LNC at that time. And the form that the New Mexico party would have submitted to be affiliated says on it that by virtue of that because they're an affiliate, they get to use the name. There's no out here. So it's just going to take some time, and it will take some money, most likely. Now, another argument people make is that you can't trademark a word that's a word in its own right. Like I can't trademark the word sunlight. Yes and no. I can't trademark it, like I can't say you from saying, "Why, what beautiful sunlight we have out today," or something like that. But if I create a unique product and use the word sunlight, in fact, I think I probably came up with that off the top of my head because that's the brand name of the pop-up camper that Wayne and I own. Another camper company can't call themselves Sunlight. Now, somebody who produces, I don't know, something, tanning lotion could probably call themselves Sunlight. But trademark is very specific to you have to be confusingly similar, which means you need to be in the same industry. So that is why you can have policy institutes such as Nick Sarwark's Policy Institute, the Libertarian Policy Institute. Is that what it's called? It's called Libertarian something. That's why there's no problem with groups like that using the word libertarian because they're not political parties. But when you have someone using that word in the context of a political party, that's in the same quote unquote industry, and that's where trademark hooks in. And the fact that we are starting a new affiliate there strengthens our trademark case because it's definitely going to be confusingly similar because we are still promoting our product within the boundaries of that state. So again, I'm supremely confident. You can never be 100% sure with the law, but from what I know, not being a trademark paralegal and obviously not being a trademark attorney, that's my understanding of it. Now, before people go, but blah, you don't believe in IP. Trademark is not about IP to me. Trademark can be about IP, but it's not in this case. It's about fraud. It's about being confusingly similar, which is a fraudulent use. Libertarians believe in contracts. They entered into this contract, which had conditions for the use of the name. They need to abide by the contract. This is about contract and this is about fraud. It's not about IP. I don't personally believe in IP. But let's say it was about IP. It would not be inconsistent for me as an officer of the National Party to insist upon it because my personal beliefs are not the beliefs of the party. The party has not taken a stance that the party does not believe in IP. In fact, that's never made it into our platform. people have tried to put it into our platform and not succeeded. I would vote for it to be on our platform. But until then, my fiduciary duty is to um, do the will of the body, to do the will of what the party's official positions are. So while my position is I do not believe in IP, it is not the party's position. And as an officer of the party, I have a fiduciary duty to protect what the party considers its property. Even though this has nothing to do with IP, even if it did, I would still be in support of it because that would be my duty as an officer. But fortunately and happily, this has nothing to do with IP. Okay. Let me scroll down in comments because I think when I was explaining that, I missed some other questions. And I super, super appreciate the questions. Okay. I think I answered everything. Let me see here. Did I? So y'all let me know. But yeah, New Mexico is a work in progress, but I am very confident it will all work out. And hello, Jamin. Nice to see you. This isn't a typical stream. This is more of me just chatting with people because I'm going to be kind of absent next week. And I'm kind of like an every night streamer. So when I'm not going to stream every night, I don't want people to think I just like disappeared or whatever. And plus I feel a duty to my patrons to let them know why I'm not streaming, for a few days at least. All right. Let's see here. Ronwell, I didn't know if you had a clarification on that question yet. Well, and Jamin, everyone know I'm not dead because I'm a social media whore. So I'll constantly be on social media. Unless Tyler, what's his name? The guy who the fake account who hacked Twitter, unless he hacks my account. But people get paranoid when all of a sudden, if they're used to seeing you streaming every day, you stop. They think maybe you're losing interest in your YouTube channel or something like that. Nope, that's not going to happen. But I do like to explain to people what's going on. Richard, what did you miss? Nothing, just an update that I won't be streaming much. Yeah. We are all Tyler Hobbs. You didn't miss anything except for me talking about New Mexico, correcting somebody on that very unhealthy LNC group who's claiming that I've said, you're going to laugh, Richard. Somebody we both know very well is claiming that I said we don't have an affiliate in Virginia. I don't know how this person would have gotten that impression because I've definitely never said that. But so I was correcting that as well. But I think I'm getting ready to get going to send out my postcards to the Castle Rock Libertarians. And yeah, I'm just seeing if there's, yeah, Richard, isn't that funny? It's just like, so I wanted to clear that up. I don't think it's malicious. I just don't understand how they got that confused. Oh. All righty, y'all. Let me see here. All right, everyone, I am going to get going. I will see you all hopefully at least a couple times next week. And again, I might be streaming on House of the Dragon tomorrow. It depends on how long the LNC meeting goes. I don't think it's going to be just 2 hours. I think our executive session is going to go longer. So bye-bye, everyone. I hope you have an awesome, awesome night.